I have often mentioned that at the end of a life, when you are close to passing over, you do not necessarily think about the properties that you have or the cars that you have. You most probably think about the people that were in your life, the love that you had, and the feelings that you've had in this journey of your life. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the 5 regrets that people have at the end of their journey. So I'm going to put on the glasses and roll it. Welcome to Unplugged, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sohail Hashmi, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you today on Unplugged. In fact, I wanted to put a bit of a positive light on this and on this subject, because these are dying regrets, but once you listen to what the 5 regrets are, then maybe you can stop, think about it, and see how you can affect your life through these things. Now, this all came about after reading a book from Bronnie Ware, who is a carer for the dying in Australia, and she's written the book. Now, information about Bronnie Ware I've got down below, so you can take a look at that as well as the book that she has written. So systematically, what I'm going to do is to take you through the 5 regrets, mostly that people have 2 or 3 months before they pass over, and you can think about those regrets. Now, the first regret is a regret of, I wish I had the courage to live the life that I wanted to live and not what others expected me to live. This is one of a very, very common occurrence, which I see also I've seen this in my life and a lot of other people's lives as well, where they wanted to do something, they didn't, and they ended up doing something. Later on, these resentments came. You see, later on, the resentment will come. So it's very, very important to basically do what it is that you want. If you find yourself, I would say, in a position where there's certain things you wanted to do, but you're stuck in something else, maybe take the time out, or take an hour or 2 out, if not in a day, but in a week, to do something that you want, something that feeds your soul, and something that sparks joy in you. And you never know, that can create into something else as well. Now, the second regret, which I was quite surprised to note, but I am close to that stage, but not that close to the stage. The second regret was, I wish I had not worked that hard. I wish I had not worked that hard. And this is not something that you know at that time, because you're working hard to make that money, to spend it together with your friends and your family, to see a better future and to make something. Maybe if you did not have such a tremendous financial aspirations, that time could have been cut and spent well with whatever it is that you wanted to do, and to be with the people that you wanted to be with. So this is, again, something to think about, because when you're at the end of your life, you don't think to yourself, oh, I wish I would have worked hard at the office, or I wish I would have done something else. That is not something that comes into your mind. But what does come into your mind is, I wish I didn't have to spend that time away, or I wish I didn't have to work that hard. The third regret of the dying is, I wish I had the courage to show or share my feelings. Yes, this again is very, very common. Maybe there was somebody at school or university that you liked. You didn't have the courage to say anything, even if they said no, at least you'd asked, and it didn't happen. Or if it was a parent or a business manager or with the children, not enough hugs, not enough telling them how much they actually mean to you, or how much you love them. Again, very, very important factors. Each have their own criteria of holding, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have said this. Regarding to what the situation is, and you're not upsetting anyone, it is important in this life to be able to at least talk about your feelings with someone else, because at least whether they agree or disagree or whatever, it would have actually come out of you. So again, an interesting factor, something that you can think about. If there are some people who you haven't shown your feelings to that you want to, do it. Do it. The fourth regret is, I wish I had kept in contact with my friends. We are all guilty of that. But in an age of social media and WhatsApp and everything else, there are ways and means that you can at least try and see whether you can get in contact with those people. Even if it is just to say hello, they may not want to speak that much. Oh, hello, how are you? Yes, I remember. But there may be someone saying, hey, it's so good to hear from you. How have you been? And the wonderful thing about friends is that even if you don't meet them for 1 or 2 years, when you meet with them and you're such good friends, you take off exactly where you had left off from. So that chemistry of time, history will always remain when it comes to friends. So again, very, very important to keep in contact with your friends if you wish to keep in contact, because you will think about them, and there will also be a situation where they would like to hear from you as well. In most cases, get in contact. Get in contact. Now, the fifth regret is a regret that says, I wish I would have let myself be more happier, which is a good, it's a good thing to keep yourself happy. I've sort of like, for my own life, personally changed that a little bit. And for myself, I've used the fact that I wish I would have let myself be more content. So what I'm doing for the rest of my time here is trying to be more content. As far as being happy, it's like you're happy, ha ha, he he, and of course that goes into sadness or whatever, up and down it goes. But I think I'm trying to keep myself more content. But then thinking about what was said, I wish I would have let or allowed myself to be more happier, is something that people do regret. So I would now suggest that we also start thinking about this every day. When we wake up, how can I be happy? Or in my case, how can I be more content and calm? I think this is something that we should utilize on, because if we think in that way, and if we're happy or if we're calmer, then at least we can be that with other people as well. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you liked what I said, if it made sense, or if you have a point of view, then do put it down in the comments below. I would love to hear what your points of view is, and maybe if you can take this a little further. Remember, caring is sharing, and if you want to share this video with anyone, please do. It'll all be helpful to everyone. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe and press the red bell icon so that I can make sure that you get every episode. So till we meet in the next episode, no regrets, or hardly any regrets. Respects to you and your loved ones.